You guys realize how many times I've captured faces at the tops of tridents and star structures and X's? I think it's into the. I have about 500 captures of legit faces, some perfect at the top of these structures. So this is sort of a part two to the last video. It's just continuation of this place. I did so much filming. I wanted to continue. I wanted to show you this place. It's more of just the timestamps and how it happens. They're all there watching me do this. That's really the amazing part about this video. If you're feeling a little bored, like, I'll show you amazing things, but kind of keep that in mind. You got to trust me, okay? This entire time, they're watching me do this stuff. It's kind of embarrassing, really. It really is. I like to sit there with hole, sticks, and talk to little people and ask them to please say hi to you that you can't see. So have I gone crazy? I don't know. That's a border, and beyond it, nothing happens. You tell me. Everything, they jump right out of it. They go out of it. Look at that. Everything happens right there. Not one thing. Look, they're even retaining it all with tridents. So I need your help in there, guys. That's all real, what's happening in there. It's up to you. I mean, you got to help me until I can film it. You got to help me. Look at these giant X's you got. I mean, these are huge scale star structure X's. This is a very tribal place that is one of the most remote, hidden places to find you could ever imagine. I'd like to start filming that, you know. I think it'd be cool, like you speed it up, like so I have like a GoPro on my head. Like you could see me making my breakfast. So in other words, it wouldn't cost you any time. I'll speed that all up and do it real steady. You know, people do it, they're like, gets in the cars, like, you can see the whole drive. But like, now you've just watched me get ready and watch the whole drive in 20 seconds, you know. Then you can see how far it took to get all the way in there and all the way back and what I go through just for one boring video. There's bones here. Why? Just two. Still blood on it. They look like they've been there for quite some time, but are still showing red. This has been active. Look at that spawn, all right there. You know, you say like you can't even tell. Here you can still tell. Like it's so blatant. But no one else, like a person. Look at the stuff in there, you guys. It's all hidden. But let's just say there was like a guy on an expedition out here. He'd just walk right by. Sure look like one. This is all, you guys see how good that is? So imagine just walking down in there. This is one particular place. Like if I walk too far away, I think I'm not with them anymore. In fact, I know it because I can see what happens over there. Those are their people down on that hill. They're all set up down in that valley. But I come to see them because in hopes that something happens. I'm going to have to do this again because this is worth it. I might not do it. I might not make a video for you unless it's good, but I got to come back to get something to happen. Because look how they cleared all that. It's all tridents, and it's all right there. Looks like something, you know, the town did. Oh, by the way, this video's not over yet because I'm going out the opposite way. I mean, I went in way up there on the other side. Now I'm way down here, and this seems to be more active. You know what I think? It's more people active because of human, like Sasquatch people, because of the sun exposure. Over here is basically like 100%, where the other place is all shade. So I think depending on, you know, the time of year, let me tell you, that shade is like I can't, even as a human, walking into that some days, it's literally saved your life. This used to be something right here. I don't think it's being used. It used to be one big, like, place. Nothing. It's all been moved. They won't touch it much. It's one thing about them. They don't really, they have moved structures, and I can't explain to you why. But in most cases, when they move over, they don't care. I got a whistle right from behind this tree. This is back at the beginning, like, well, not at the beginning, but like, sort of. Whoa, something moved on the ground at the same time as that. That noise was in the tree. Something moved. See, that's where I'm supposed to go. I know if I want to get, because I say it, and my goosebumps. Look at the trail. That's the Sasquatch Highway. Every time I say it, my nerves goes off the charts. Just think to yourself, whatever those whistles were just on camera, I heard a different whistle that got me here. Completely different. When I started hearing those, I knew right away it wasn't the Jays. It doesn't matter what you think it was. That's the noises they use. Ones that you're gonna be like, oh, that's just this. But remember, do the math. Like, I was supposed to come down here. I was like, I'm not going down there. When I say supposed to, I meant this was my plan. I meant to come down here. And then I saw that ridge and I could keep going and how beautiful it was that I went there instead. But look, then I'm about to go down. I'm literally on the other side and I get whistled at from here. And then once you get to here, you can see the highway and everything. It's right there. They always have these mid places and they're usually the best. That's right here. Look at the chart, you guys. The two tridents, you guys. And then right here is something they want me to see. I'm telling you, because I'm going to show it to you. Here's their highway. It goes right up there. Not a game trail. Game trail. I feel so bad for stupid people. These are people that remember, they self-justify themselves smart. So he thinks he's listening to this now thinking he's smart and special and knows everything, okay? Because he's well-spoken and stuff, but he's an idiot. And that's one of the reasons, because they can't, he wants to be the one to have told you this, not to have me do it. It takes a real human to acknowledge others. That's all I do, is encourage and acknowledge other people. It feels great. It's not like a job. It's easy. It makes you happy. I mean, when you have that effect on people, it's like just a positive, like you just say, like, Mark, you just made my day. Thank you. I'm happy. Look at that. No, not as. So I'm going to get all kinds of whistles now, not one sound. I know they're watching because they have to be sure that I'm not, because I don't feel like they are, but I know they are because they whistled, and then they have to be sure I'm not going to leave something here, like a trail cam or, whatever, trick them. That's why you know for sure you're always being watched. Yet again. So I'm trying to figure out, this is not a mistake what you're seeing here. I'm trying to figure out if it's them petrifying themselves as I'm there, or, these are markers. This is something that doesn't waver. I will film you that exact thing basically at every single spot I go to. Some sort of blackness with eyeballs. This is where the whistles, like I never whistled in the last video when I first came up. We got the whistles and the scuffling. This is exactly where it came from. Like, they wanted me to be here. This guy's holding, you can see in his right hand, he's holding literally like technology. I think there's like even a hand or a foot. I'm going to zoom in on here in a second. This is how they do it. Now think to yourself, people like, oh yeah, I'm willing to believe they were fooled. I mean, people would have figured this out by now. There must be something to it. And then you'll show people how, which is right here in this picture where basically you can't see much, right? But if you know their system, it's easy. See, this is where I'm seeing like toes or a hand, it looks like. It looks like a hand almost wearing a watch, holding like an X. Very hard to see. Remember, this is something we don't understand. Don't try, like, just don't think in our terms. It's as simple as that. There's many other terms I'm discovering. Just trust on that one. There's other terms. Would knock. The camera didn't hear it. It was up there. I don't think I was supposed to hear that. There's a seat right there. See, it's deceiving because of this. You know, someone looking from the outside into this subject too, like they'll see that, be like, oh, that's ridiculous. But see that they'll also won't see this. Like I'll zoom out, they can't see a system. They refuse to acknowledge it, almost with anger. They get mad when they see those sticks. This is the one time I don't like to film the seats because of the, look, it's a perfect used seat right there. It's just that the pine needles fell on it, so it makes it look old. When all this is being walked on right now, when you walk on it, you can't tell. Can you believe I did a video in these sneakers? First time ever. Or I went out into the forest in sneakers, like real, cheap sneakers. They're comfortable though. No problems at all. It feels great. Look at this system. Where are you guys? I have to just assume here because behind me, I mean, it could be anywhere, but like if you go by common sense, it's probably here because it's easier to see all the shadows. It's thick, and that's typically where they go. They're going to go to the trees. So if they're right there watching this, which I know they are, they're probably right in there somewhere. I'm not seeing it or feeling it, which means it's probably happening. Does that make sense? No, nothing does in this subject. Just trust me. Remember, this is all going to come out one day. That was the mistake other researchers made. They didn't realize. They would never thought once, like, hold on, what if this is all figured out one day? They all did their research based on this will never be figured out. That's why they lied to you. And then when I came along, people started going, hold on. I never did I think someone would come around. Did you notice how people have disappeared? Like, I don't want to say names to T-stand, people like, as soon as I showed up on the scene, disappeared off the face of the earth, basically. Only private, could never speak to him. Where's the one guy telling the truth? Right there in public. His family's in public. I'm on Facebook. I talk and like pictures just like everyone else, probably more than you do. I don't put myself on a pedestal. I don't pretend like I'm someone special. Like, oh, you ever see people like that? Like, they make a post and then they'll never like, just because they're famous, like they'll never go to the YouTube video. It's taught to them. They'll never go to the video and then give you a love button. That's only done by the common folk. As soon as you're important enough, they're not going to love your comment. They're too important. I'm not like that. Now, have I missed comments? Of course, because you can't. Something big's out here. I'm just missing them. You can't get to all of them. It's impossible. I'm just a nobody. So yeah, someone famous, of course. But you would see, like you can see, there's not one. So as a famous person, you want to see like, hey, because they don't do the channels. They don't do anything. It's amazing. The people that do all of the work in this world get nothing. And the people that do nothing get everything. I'm not trying to really zoom. I'm just sitting here at these seats. And a lot of times this isn't the zoom I'd want, but I'm just doing it because this is, believe it or not, how I make sounds happen around me sometimes. The trick, though, I think, is you got to be zooming somewhere that they don't want you to. No, it looks like it's marked over there. I don't think it's a big deal. Big deal's probably in there. I keep seeing these spots with my eyes. I'm trying to do things with these guys here. Just talking to them. What do I see? What is that? Like there's a black thing. Oh, it's that. It's a shadow. It's amazing how that black shows up on my eyeballs. Not claiming anything. I just see this guy. It's too far away. But I just see like a being, like a pretend being at least, and there's a system there. So I'm just curious. So just checking it out in case. What else did I do? I saw another one up there with my eyes sideways. Am I trying to film structures? No, but just sometimes this is the way you'll find them, where they probably think they're okay over there. Man, there's something behind me. I know because that's where the whistles are. That's where the wood knock that you couldn't hear came from when I was on camera, and that's where it came from, and it hasn't stopped, and that's where the tribal ones are. And then I got whistles, but I come over here. God, they wanted me over here, and then nothing. I don't see it. I mean, I saw that incredible structure right there. It could just be that simple. The guy's mad at him. Is like, don't whistle them for that structure. He's not going to like that structure. So sometimes, we don't understand, is what I'm trying to say. The politics. No, that's a great way. If you can ever find just a way to look in somewhere. Maybe you get lucky. Like right there. Why do I see eye wells? Oh, it's just the tree. That's something that could be turned into pareidolia right there. That's a good example of pareidolia. See that? Oh, sorry. It's so far on one-handed. Yeah, that's what that was. That's a great example. People are like, what is pareidolia? That's what it is. It's like when you zoom in, and then the different branches and leaves and stuff will begin to make a face. It's amazing though, it only makes faces, it doesn't make anything else. It doesn't make a house. It doesn't make a moped. It just makes a face. Amazing, pareidolia. Why doesn't it make a Mack truck? It's a good thing we have humans that know everything. You can just ask one of them. Over now. I just want to film here. Like, look at this. This is right around where I got them on the way in. I can't remember exactly. So all kinds of disturbances. Like something ran up here from me. Seat right here. I can't get the exact shot. Oh man, I got such a head rush right now. Of when I caught them coming in, but it's right around here. So I just want to. I don't think they'd be in the same spot anyway. So I just I want to film. They're right there. Someone is right over there. Mark, why don't you go over? Because they're not going to see anything. Look at you guys. Look at this. This is his home. It's not just one. It's lots of them. That was cool. I got a couple noises there. I'm real happy with that. I asked them. You guys, I think that those whistles, although someone's going to say what kind of, it was probably a bird or something, were very, very strange to happen like that. Where I am. And I had been asking them, please give me something to comment this video. So I don't know if it was that or not. of course you want it to be better, but so I'm like willing to just take that and be like, thank you so much, I think I'm talking about myself when I say this. Just so take everything for granted. Like, Mark, you just got everything, you idiot. Well, why would you only want more? For an extra 5,000 views on your video? Yeah, that'd be really nice, because that's how I have to pay the rent, you guys. And there's no way to stand in worlds like this unless you do it as your job. Because this is my job, we know now about this place. Oh, I'm not back to the little guys yet. Give me a second. Flip from this video. They just did that, right? It goes right into everything I just did. I just came from. And then out here, see I showed that coming in? Look, you come down, you can see where they spend a lot of time in the open. It looks like all of them, a place where maybe all of them will come. See all that, where all the weeds are removed? Remember, it's impossible here. These weeds are extremely tough too. Like, you can step on them and it doesn't matter. You just pop it right back up. This is the big common area. And I went up to where I think these guys look up to those beings behind me. And when I first found this place, I was only here for like 20 minutes. I was back in there and I just want to film that. See, this looks like a big runaround out here. They're all coming from here at some point together out here. Right out here. I promise. You have my word of honor. I know what I'm seeing. In fact, I know what I'm seeing better than any human being in the world. I didn't see the seats. Wow, that helps me so much. Look, they're giant playgrounds for little ones. You got to see it. Because they're blending because of the pine needles have actually been mixed in because they've been there since last night even. This whole thing is all little people. These are all seats, all little. Then when I say little, they're like, they're little. They're like, there's a bunch of them. And this is where they'll congregate, right there. How did I not see it? Did I see that? I don't know if I saw that. And then I filmed him in here when I first found the place. They were not hiding. Like, they were set up in their thing, but he was just like next to a tree, and there was another one with a perfect face off to the right. It was right in here. Seat right here. Something pooped there too. That's exciting to find the seats right out in front of this. And I was just telling you before I found the seats that was like a common area. It's a common area. I find them all the time. Just like you, common. Not you. If you don't know this subject, then you're common. It's the other people that should start being embarrassed and feeling really stupid. Nah, that's not true. Those people they're the ones that are the psychopaths, okay? 98% of the world is a psychopath. Is that a vast statement? No. Is it their fault? In some cases. In others, no. How can that be denied? It can't be. That is what makes people psychopaths. They see that and are unwilling to be like, wow, that's amazing. Hey, Mark, thanks for showing me that, man. I would have never known before. I've believed everything my TV said. So I'm not going to believe you, a Christian, nice guy that would never lie to anybody and only does kind, amazing, thoughtful things for other people. But I'll choose to believe the news instead. A place that's a business paid to deceive you. Who is the psycho? I see this place a whole different way right now. I don't know. I can't remember where I was. Oh, it was over here. I think. I just kind of wanted to go back because that might be their spot. Give me a sec. Spot. All right, so these are these guys that I filmed. I'm not going to try to get the same shot. Here's the seats. It was right here somewhere. Carlos, the picture of it. I mean, I got the timestamps, but Carlos redid them. I usually save his pictures because I show people. Remember, I don't try to get you it the best it can be. It's not my job. I'm just here to show it to you. People can adjust the video and pause it better. That's not what I do. I can do it. I don't have time. I do this for free. It was right here. I remember walking out somewhere right here. I might have been like right on the other side over there, but I was like somewhere right in here. You guys got to see the disturbances here. They're living here like big time. The trail goes all down in there. I got to get in there, you guys. Look. What more would you want to see? Like, it's amazing. Like it's my fault that this is the way the subject is. Yeah, because I walked out and I showed you that after filming them. That's amazing right there. That used to be a seat underneath that. That's amazing. Yeah, Carlos, it was right in there. Right down in there. See, I'm missing something. I walked into that forest, but I think I should have walked in down here. I got to go in here, you guys, one day. I'm going to go in there one day. Not like soon, but it's logged in my brain. All right, this is, I guess, another long video. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Look where they are, you guys. Look up here in these common areas. It's too good. Freestanding, perfect X's. You realize it's not possible, right? Look where they step over. Like always. Footprint to footprint. How is that possible? How'd that get there, skeptic? Feel like you're the dumbest person on earth because you're right in the top 1 or 2. If you can see that and then something doesn't click with you, it probably means, this is going to be even a vaster statement, tons of footprints walking from that X. You're not a good person. There's something about you that's not good. You probably masturbate too much. You don't have a faith in God. You're not connected to this earth. These are the things. Now that when you say that, the people get even more upset, right? Evil will always get upset. It's just the way it is. You guys have to ignore it. You just have to ignore it. Certain people will catch. The others are not meant to. You guys, not everyone gets to go to heaven. Man, do I feel so bad for some of these people when they die. I really, truly do. Because you snap. Even, like I've said before, it's even before that. It happens all before you die. Those minutes before, if you have time. See, there it is. This is what I'm looking for. This would have been easy, too. You guys, tell me if this is it. Look at the seat, you guys. There's a seat overlooking that beautiful green. There is no view whatsoever. Look, the structures. You cannot see in there. I gotta go in there. Not today, I've been on all day, but that's a definitely up on the back burner. Look at that. How do you explain that? Because I can't. I actually can, but no one wants to listen, so. Inside, all clean. You guys are killing me. I'm just trying to get back to the car. Look, this corner that I haven't looked at, which is the closest, is really, really good. Look at that X, man. That is... It doesn't get much better, you guys. You guys, that is actually 3 perfect X's. 3. It's 2, but if that doesn't help you. This shit. These are seats. Right here. I walked by them both times, I had no idea. They're sitting above. It's always above to accept, to receive, to defend, to something. But here's the thing. All of these perches, we'll call them, have trails right off of them into that. I gotta go in there, man. That is like, It's, you can't see, you guys. Look how you can't see, and then the one thing you can see is an X. Hopefully I can find it. Oh, well, there is a perfect X in there somewhere. That's where you're gonna get your timestamps. That's where they are. I guarantee that's where most of them, the big ones are hiding and stuff. It's just by default always the densest places. It's the easiest. It's the most energy. Man, last time, this is when you don't want, see, look, like right there, like, my foot is literally sliding out like sideways. You don't want to wear sneakers. There's no support. And there's a perch in the woods down there. That's a perch. A seat. What a spot. I got acknowledgement. I said, for a while there, I was saying I didn't get anything. I don't know what I put in, but like, oh my God. But they're not like on the I was really hoping to have like some groundbreaking noise on the video today. I do have some. See, I walked up way out in there. It's all easy. I didn't know. I didn't film coming up a little bit. And everything is out on the outskirts. And then down there are the homes, the secret homes, which I will go into at some point. Look at this, you guys. I gotta have that stupid song, not stupid, but like, because I had to make those Facebook videos, I had to listen to that song, like the 3-second, 4-second clip, like 20 times, and it's just replaying in my head. Oh, Unstoppable, that song. Great song. What a talented, amazing musician she is. But man, after you hear the thing, like, I don't really like songs that everyone else does. That kind of bothers me. Like, I like to find songs that not, like, maybe it was like a lot of people know, but not like where the whole world likes it. That bothered. I don't like to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a song we're talking about. But it annoys me. Like, I want to be the one that likes that song. You didn't find it. I did. Check out this song. I'm just teasing. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit annoying how popular she's that girl. What's her name? Sia, whatever. She has. She's just off that song alone. The next 10 generations of her family won't have to work. You guys see what I see? Do you see what I see? Don't sing the song. You know how hard it is for me not to sing the song right now? So you can't sing it either. Don't sing it. Man, you're in your house. It's not fair. Because I know someone just did. Do you see what I see? I see a bunch of clouds. Is that him just sitting in there? It can't be. Man, they're walking with giant footprints. You guys see that? Look at the footprint. 3 spots. So I don't want to repeat from the last video because I'm still at the same place. But I went further down this road and I just wanted to show you an additional clip. But remember in the last video how I show you how marked this trail is. It's really, really good up there, you guys. Look at this. This is unreal. If this is your first time watching, I have very limited vocabulary. I say cool, dude, awesome, unreal, You guys, check this out. That's about it. And that's about it. That's all I say. Like, I literally say that's about it. The trail is thinning and thinning and thinning and thinning. How cool to locate places that, you know, even the state thinks is gone. Because they got rid of it 50 years ago. This must have been for logging or something. Oh, it cuts back right there. Oh, I gotta come in. I gotta come in here one day. This is Interaction Central. All you gotta do, believe it or not, this is a great place. You wouldn't be happy there, but if you just set your tent up right there, just put your tent. This is a great place. This is where they want you. They don't want you on those X's. Believe me, I've done it. Okay, come to the human part, which is still not really. And look, as I said it, someone did it a long time ago. Oh, maybe not. I thought that was an old fireplace, but it's not. It's actually natural, I think. Little tiny rocks on there that aren't. Oh, see, look, I told you it's getting good. You'll never see this. This video, this day's getting a little long on video. You'll never see this, that many, without it meaning that it's good up top. This is always a reflection of what's happening in the forest above. Talk about giving me a heart attack. This is always a reflection of what's above. What the heck was that, you guys? Is it a pheasant or like a turkey or what the heck? He was scared. Should be right up there. He might have flew, I'm not sure. I didn't hear him fly once he landed. I think he's hiding. Like on the other side of that big tree. You guys, it's getting dark. Like I've completely lost my sun. Like it's light out over there, but in here it's dark. Everything changes in the dark with them. Like you get the whole Halloween feeling comes with it. All right. To be continued for sure. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support and just being here. And for hitting that thanks button right now and emptying your entire bank account so I could buy a house in the Bahamas, some cocaine, and oh, what's this? I'm kidding. I would never do that. Look at this. It's a funny joke though. I always like that because the guy I love honest people. That's what I appreciate. I appreciate especially brutal. You guys, this continues down here. It never gives up. I had to finish my joke. So, you guys ever see that? The guy was like in New York City. It was like one of the biggest lotteries. This was like 10 years ago. And the news reporter goes up to the guy in line filling out his ticket and says, if you win, what would you do with the money? And he turns to her very seriously and honestly and says, cocaine and whores. Look. No matter what you do, you'll have your constant one across, right? One across structure. That's going to be interesting one day to do that. I don't know. I'll do it one day. Because that forest in there, you guys, I missed it. It's all down there. I got to go in there. That's where I got to go. Right there. I don't know what's coming out, but there's an X. There it is. I like the lower ones, the ones that I think are more year-round, which is places like that, say it's still sunny in there. All right, you guys, over now. I got some major vibage going. Like, I know they're shadowing me up here. I just know it. Like, they don't want me not to know it. That's the thing. They do it just enough so I know without getting themselves in trouble. What was that? I kicked that rock, but because I'm not used to wearing these, it felt like something threw it at me. Something pulled that out. Quite a long time ago. It was like that was in there. Probably a bear. These guys don't really pull out. If they pull the rocks out, They usually do something, like they might do something like put it like that, or they use it like as a decoration. I'll tell you. So let me. I just turn this back on because I think people will want to see this. I think this is really, really interesting. So now I'm going to go this way. I haven't been this way yet. I think I started right here. Now I could have kept going a long, long ways. I think it goes for a long ways, you guys. I think it's going to be worth seeing. It's to see their markers on it. It's simply incredible. And to see every stick to be a part of their system is incredible. I can see in the past where a tree has fallen down, where they took it away. They didn't want it there. It's not part of their, it's not telling their story. I think there's their path. It goes right there. They're showing you. It goes right there. Just in case you were confused. They showed you. Look at this. I told you it'll never be like this on any path. It's always a reflection of what's in the forest. So if it's this blatant, it means it's like that in the forest. Left or right. Check out that diesel. Not you, diesel. Check it out, but that's. I guess that name doesn't really work. I nicknamed those balls diesels. Look at that. Just to mess with diesel. Yeah. But it's hard. It doesn't really fit. And if that's not blatant, whatever's happening right there, then nothing is. All right, zip it. Let's just show this path. By the way, to the left is where all that happened to me, so that's how I got here. No idea. This is where this path went. So I walk in that way. I'm over the path way over there. It gives the impression that it goes that out. So where I walked in, I would have thought the path went all the way down that way, not turned in here. So the fact that it does this, and this is the kind of thing I'm talking about, like accidents almost. Like it wouldn't have figured it out without. I would never have made it here to begin with without spending 7 or 8 years. It's been 8 years, by the way. Right? Look at this. Then, all the accidents that happen in that place. Like, oh my God, at the end of the day, I finally got down here. I was not going to descend, then I did for some reason. And I know that this path is one of the best places to take someone to walk. Like, say you came up and you were 75 years old, you get like, Mark, I just can't take a chance. But you can walk right there perfectly. I pack a lunch, I'll take you down this closed trail. You don't need to be in where the seats are. You'll see seats right from here. They sit right here and watch you walk by. Look at this. See, there's the turn. I thought, all right, I won't film anymore because I've already filmed it. Well, I'm not sure yet. Yeah, see, it turns here, but I've never been down that far. And when you're filming up there, it looks like it just goes all the way down. Oh, I'm excited. I got my own special place. I love those, like Kelly, if you're listening. This would have been a perfect place to take you if I had found this. There's a by the way, there is a triangle every 50 feet here for the last 2 miles or so. I'm not kidding. That's all they do here is triangles. There's so many triangles that most of them are down there, and it became hard to zoom on them. Oh, I see. Yeah, right there. I could see to about there. The furthest I had ever walked. No idea it turned here. That's a different world behind me, you guys. A lot of because it's not in the sun and it's cold in there and dark. Wow. That's why I know we belong. Top side, you guys. We belong in that sun. There is nothing more important on this earth than that sun right there. You know it. Forget about you knowing it already probably, but just you know it because I've been stuck in places that are pitch black, blocked from the sun forever. And I've come out of there after like 6 hours and I've hit that like this. And I just, oh my God, you just regenerate, your body absorbs it. See how this doesn't exist? I'm not making this up. And that's what it was. It just goes away. That's what it was. It just disappeared completely. Wow, see? Look. But yet down there, it's all preserved in the shade because there's no sun to grow anything. That's what I like about it. Everything's just the way last time it was left, except for their structures. That's exciting, and that's even more exciting. It's just so beautiful, you guys. So listen, going into this winter with a whole new approach. I don't want it to go fast. So the more boring or stressed out or lack of water that I have, the more difficult it's going to be, right? So I'm going to embrace that. No one told me this. I made this up on my own. Because I've been rushing everything, and the summers are going too quick. Because it's when you do something that requires all of your time, your life just flashes before your eyes. Like, and you actually enjoy it. It's like too fast. So now I'm actually, because I was getting ready to move, you guys, at least for the winter. But I do things. I get to film up here in the winter as well. Like, I'll get certain things, certain days out the window. I'll go to the petroglyphs. I hope to go to New Mexico this winter. I have someone that can watch the cat now. We have the best farm manager. Me and him have become real buddies. He's a great guy. I really like him. I trust him, and he can watch my trailer now. But it's just the problem is I can't drive to New Mexico in my truck. It needs a $3,000 alignment job. I'm driving out here for 8 years. So, believe me, when I go there, I'll discover things no one has ever done before. I've never not done that in any state I've ever been to. I can always go there and I'll show you things that the person there will never see. It's too good. You know how? Because I've been here before. And I was here at the beginning of the summer and this wasn't here. Not that. So I'm still coming up. Man, is it far? So this is what I thought, right? Like, as you look down, like, it really blocks off, and I was like, oh, it goes down into like, I know that territory down there. I just swore it just worked its way away. Nope. Because I went all the way up there for miles, and you can re-find it. Nobody knows that it exists. They think this is gone. Because you have to walk a mile over obstacles to get to where it's perfect. It's like untouched by time. Because of how dark it is in there. Oh, I'm going back in there. What a place to take someone for a walk right through them. What a place, right? Then I get here, fake fire. Like, I'm almost back. This is where I walked in. Somewhere up here. I went up this way. No, I walked in up there. Somewhere up here, right? Look. On the path. Someone. It's like someone had a field day eating something. Never been maybe there's been a fire, but it's been not anymore. There's a lot of rocks in the middle of it too. And then there you go. What I tell you about how they leave wood for you. Like, they put it there. It shows you. I don't know if it's for you to necessarily for you to burn, but yes, if you're going to burn. But it's more of a setup for this. It shows that people have been here. So if you see something unusual, this is just an opinion. If you see something unusual, you're like, oh, that guy was here. He was cutting, and honey, look what he did. There's a trident, whatever it is. There's some kind of backup of humanness there. Because remember, most people aren't willing to go even think about it. They're not even humoring the idea at all. So it doesn't take much just to keep you on the human path. It doesn't take much at all. With most of the people listening to my voice, they're looking for anything unusual. So it's actually the opposite, right? Let's be honest. You guys are all over it. Like, anything out of the ordinary, it actually becomes harder for us because this unseen world, I'm here to tell you, is very, very aware of your knowledge of them. Over and out. That's where I went in. No, I went in. Well, I went in down up there, but I ultimately got to this corner way up there. That was a great, incredible video day for me. I hope that I can. The problem is producing that video, like actually taking a video that I want you to see every second of, not hear me. for 1 second, but to show you everything and then try to condense it, where I might take out parts where someone's like, Mark, why would you take that out? That's the only part I wanted to see, like if they had seen the whole thing. So that's the hard part of this. I would rather just make you a 3-hour video of today, but then no one will watch it. This is a tough job. I love you guys.